Alright guys, so right now I just want to take this opportunity to discuss my experience with sleep and bodybuilding. Now don't get me wrong, it is absolutely so important that you get enough sleep and enough rest to get good results in the gym. But I've just noticed a lot of people, and it's so true, and it's a good thing to stick to basic principles, but a lot of people just sort of think you can't push boundaries or try different things. And believe me, you really can. You can really experiment with your training, with your lifestyle, with your food choices, with anything, and I definitely advise that, to actually get a good understanding of what way your body responds to different things. You know, eating different foods. I've noticed that some foods make me feel like I have a lot of energy, and other times, other foods just don't really give me that type of response. It's the same with sleep. For me, whenever I do 8 hours sleep or I do 4 hours sleep, there's really not much of a fucking difference. Now, there might be sometimes I'll go pretty hard and do very little sleep for weeks on end, and I'll wake up someday and I'll feel, I feel pretty tired. That's my body letting me know, right, something needs to change. And a lot of the times just looking at my goals or realizing what I want to get done just wakes me the fuck up when I get going. But, you know, to give you just some examples, a lot of the times, most of the time, I sleep 4 hours a night. Sometimes I'll do 3 hours, sometimes I'll do 5 hours. Occasionally I'll get 6 hours. And that'll just be a day that I feel like I need to completely recuperate. And there's been other times where I haven't really slept at night. I've maybe done a couple of naps, like 20 minutes each. And the next day I've trained. And that happens every time. If I had to do, if I only had 3 20-minute naps to go by for the next 3 days, I would do it and still work out. That's just the way I train. But I want to show guys that they can get the fucking results if they put in the effort. You can get so much done. There's no reason that you can only do bodybuilding, you can't do something else. Keep your options open and keep putting in work. The two things I believe is you need to have a complete and utter focus and be so determined and have your clear goals. If you have that set in place, you're going to be working hard towards them. And the second thing is you've got to listen to your body. If you notice that something's sore or something isn't right, or if you're doing little sleep and your back's getting sore, that might be something you want to look into and maybe start increasing your sleep. But if you're just sleeping the same amount every night and you haven't fucking experimented with anything, you might want to give it a try. Now, I'm not advising that everyone goes and cuts their sleep. I know there'll be some people who will just completely misread what this video is about. All I'm doing is sharing my experience, which is I've noticed I don't need to get a lot of sleep, and that's me personally. A lot of people are fucking different. There's guys who will do way less sleep than me and operate at phenomenal paces. There's other guys who need way more sleep, and they'll get the same results with way more sleep. Everyone's different. You got to find out what works for you. Don't be afraid to push yourself. Experiment with everything that you do, and you will get great results. And that's just my experience, guys. Yeah!